so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we mourn with the family, we mourn with the people of Kasipul. But again, in contrary, to some people it's like a relief. Yeah, to some people it's like a relief, especially those who are touched negatively by the slain MP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, when this happened, we saw a lot of mixed reactions.
Yeah.
Some people were not actually saddened by the demise. Some people were kind of celebrating, while another group were mourning. Where are you? Do you belong among the two?
Basically, as a constituency, we are mourning the loss of our MP.
Yes.
You know, people are not perfect in nature.
Yes.
We might find that somebody loves Simi, somebody hates Simi, and somebody might love you hata kama umemsaidia ama kama hujamsaidia, because how you conduct yourself, the lives you impact, and how you live your life. So people emulate and say, I would want to be like Simi. And then they start, that person who sees the bad side, they will be like, I don't want to be like Simi. So basically in the constituency, many were feeling a burden of the area MP, especially in his second term.
Yes.
We have people being maimed, we have people being tortured, we even have deaths in the constituency, which are being pushed towards the area MP, like he's the orchestrator.
Why would people think it's him? Yet we have so many politicians and people.
But you see, in the constituency politics, it was a two-horse race. Basically, it was my boss Philip Aroko and the MP Charles Ong'Ondo who are the leading contenders. Now, when
that was in 2022 or this time,
the race I had 2027.
Yes.
Yeah, we began the journey immediately after the elections. We wanted to keep the MP busy to deliver on the mandates. You know, when you are put in check, then you have to pull up your socks. Yeah, so we didn't want to just sit there and relax
and wait for 2026.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fund embezzlement happening in the CDF and so forth. People are being given bursary only if you worship the sitting MP. So we wanted to change the narrative. We wanted the politics which is civilized, whereas whether you support Honorable Aroko or you don't support him, if he's the sitting MP, he serves everybody equally. So we lost some few people in the constituency through cold blood. A time like this last year, we were about to bury someone by the name Evans Okoda, a very energetic youth.
The security
the security of Philip Aroko. And this comes 2 weeks after the area MP gave a warning to the gentleman.
Directly?
It's there in the public domain. The clip is there. You know, internet never lies. So we just thought that it's just a mere joke. So there were some wrangles, and you know, security is there to protect the boss. And alikuwa anapeana onyo kwa mjumbe, kwa Okoda. Ukijaribu ajaribu hiyo tena, you know. So we just thought that these are political statements. In 2 weeks' time, the guy was found dead at his, by his doorstep. His hands chopped off, his face fractured, and then even the chest, there was a lot of damage. Like somebody could have used a panga or something. Unfortunately, the security system was pocketed. The whole police division was pocketed by the area MP. And you would report. There are many OBs written there, nothing is being taken. So in many times when a leader is dead, by whichever means, either by old age, disease, or any attack, whatever way, people always come to mourn. But this one of our MP it sparkled reactions the entire country, and it was a mixed reaction of people celebrating, some mourning at the same time. And I think that is sending a very strong message to our leaders and upcoming leaders on how to lead or coexist with the people you lead, or rather the subjects.
And you see, when we lost Mjumbe, it came out there that Mjumbe was not a good man, Mjumbe was a bad man, some were saying he's a good man, and it kind of defined the politics of Kasipul constituency in a way that is different from what people have known all along. You as a resident of Kasipul constituency and a personal assistant who works with the main opponent of the slain MP, how can you describe the politics of Kasipul?
First of all, let me shock you. The member of parliament, Charles Ong'Ondo, is my brother. Yeah, many do not know.
You are related?
He's my elder brother. We come from the same sub-clan. We come from the same sub-location. Like, I pass his home while going to our home.
Yes.
It's not a distance. And you know, one good thing with Mheshimiwa Roko is the guy has no barriers. He has no enemies. Leo mtusi, kesho anakuja kusaidia. I witnessed somebody, there was a woman who was criticizing Aroko, ati, oh, Aroko, you're still young, wait, Mheshimiwa Wera malize ndi ukuje. Kesho, the woman didn't have a home. After 1 week, there was a vehicle headed to the mama's home with iron sheets, 30 iron sheets, the nails. Alikuwa naenda kujengewa because the house was not okay. So we just wanted to demonstrate to the woman that in as much as you might not support Aroko, could you just listen to his policies, or rather the blueprint? Because the person you support is not doing anything positive to impact your lives, other than the handouts of 100 shillings or 50 shillings. So when you hear people brand on Honorable Philip Aroko that good life, it means well for everybody. When you meet him, it's a small heaven down here. So he has done a lot. But now, sticking to your question of the politics of our constituency, it has been...
Because it has always been branded as the politics of hooliganism. In fact, I come from Homa Bay County. Kasipul is my neighboring constituency. In fact, our home is almost the last home in Karachuonyo. Then your home starts.
We are neighbors.
Yes. So you people have always been branded as siasa za Kasipul ni za mapanga na mangumi na marungu. Is it so?
No, that's not the case. That's not the case.
But we've seen it, since time immemorial when we were growing up.
It is something orchestrated by leaders. The people are very peaceful. Kasipul constituents have, and one funny thing is that Kasipul, or Yugis to be particular, is a cosmopolitan area. So we have people from Nyakach, people from Kisii, Homa Bay, Suba. So when people come together from divergent subgroups, you get to understand that the reasoning and mentality differs. So people compare and contrast. You know, this is how we do it, this other side. You people do it this way. Now people come to share their ideas, and then something come out of the blues. Basically, this politics of hooliganism began in, if you are keen, very keen, it's something of after the promulgation of the Kenyan Constitution, 2010. Before then, tell me who died, or which member of parliament killed a constituent, or which member of parliament beat or made one disappear or something. It has never happened.
So it started in 2013 election.
It is just that the politics of Kasipul is always hot. Because that is Kasipul is the litmus test for Homa Bay County.
What do you mean?
So if you want to test, that, like those guys vying for governor, women rep, if you don't have the backing of Kasipul, just know you are going home. There's no in between. In as much as Ndewa and Karachuonyo have a bigger population, but they get influence from Kasipul. They ask Jomumbo wachango. Iwinjo ka piny mumbo kanya ngadhi mbele. Malokono wacho nade. So it's like people study from Wire, are the rain coming or not? So it's like a signal being given. But from time immemorial, from Onyanga Yodo, 1963, we've been having leaders serving for 1 or 2 terms. Mwingine anaingia 1 or 2, depending on how you perform. But the politics of hooliganism and these blackmails, butchering and maiming began in 2013. How did this come about? That is the question. And how can we bring this to an end? You know, my brother, he comes from a very small clan, the Kachien. That is my clan. It's a very small clan. And basically in Kasipul, it is the smallest. It could be the smallest. So people used to look down upon this Kachien. And you know, there's a history of Kasipul, there's a history of Karachuonyo and Kabondo. We are greater Rachuonyo. So only if time allows us, but I want to stick to what you asked.
No, just bring it on.
So you know, Kachien gave birth to Chien. This guy called Chien, and is ancestral
of your great-grandfather.
The great-grandfather. So this clan became marginalized because the clans of Konyango, Kowidi, Kokala, and the rest, there were many people. You know, they gave birth in large numbers, and so people were many in those clans. But in Kachien, it became a small island. Yeah. So it was believed that there is nobody who would ever come or rise from Kachien to lead the constituency. Yeah, from 1963, nobody ever even attempted to contest for parliamentary seat. Yeah. So for you to be outstanding, you had to come out boldly and strongly. Yes. And away from being bold and strong, you must have some other tactics. So the old man brought the tactics, which is not okay. We are not advocating for that.
The tactics people are talking about.
So he said, you know, I want to bring this name in limelight. It really meant well. It really meant well when he came. But in now,
2013. He first died in 2013.
It first died in 2013. And it was loved.
So much.
People called him Pendra. Yeah. Or if you like, they call him Modno. Because kipudo Modno gika tiyo chako lag gikacha. You will never onge kamedhi time campaign mikoso ni mangi winjo ni wereno kochope. And in 2013 he was the first member of parliament in the entire Mabei County to campaign on a chopper. Yeah, he had his aeroplane. He wanted to tell people that Kachien is a place. Yes. And we were proud of that as the bona fides of Kachien. Yeah. And you know, as they said, that taking out an incumbent, especially in the first term, it's very hectic because this person has networks, he has finances, and he has touched many institutions. So even if he's not loved, basically there are people who kuna venye anajua panya roots. So 2013, Mheshimiwa Yugi Magwanga in fact, you know, Were was announced to be the winner of the ticket.
At the nomination?
At the nomination, yeah. Because, you know, at Luo Nyanza or any other place, there is the predominant party. Yes. So Luo Nyanza, Kasipul to be particular, it is predominantly held by ODM. Yes. So when he was announced to have taken the party, he took to his chopper straight to Nairobi to pick the ticket because the ticket is in Nairobi. Yes. So you announced here and you take the chopper, go pick your
ticket.
He took chopper and in less than 50 minutes, the guy was in Nairobi. And he was given a ticket. Yes. Unfortunately, it was not the right ticket.
It was a photocopy.
Alifanyiwa ile kitu. So when he came home, he began celebrating because
So he went and picked the ticket and came back home the same day.
Yeah, brought it home. And Magwanga also took his car, hit the road running 6 hours to Nairobi to pick the real ticket. So this is where the problem started. When Nani was announced, Were was announced, he went, picked the ticket, came back.
Magwanga also went for his ticket.
By then, ODM was having its offices in Kilimani, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so Magwanga picked the ticket, and then Were anapigiwa simu, oh, we are sorry, you picked the wrong ticket.
The wrong ticket.
So for you to come back for the right ticket, Magwanga is approaching home to celebrate. So that is how the politics has always been heated.
So that is where now these wrangles and
push and pull started. Yeah, that is where it came from.
So it means this war actually was brought by ODM, not even the individuals.
Because if ODM was, I can't castigate ODM, but it was the ODM to settle the score back then. It's something that they were even in a position to redeem later. Because in 2015, Magwanga confirmed that he was not running for member of parliament, and he was going for he was going for that seat. And Makiu, he was contesting with the Cyprian Awiti. The Raboloidotek. So when he confirmed that he was leaving that seat and is going for governor, then Pendra saw an opportunity. And he said, I'm coming back home. Now it is ours to take. He came home, he persuaded people, because when he lost to Magwanga, he didn't throw words, he didn't hail abuses, he left for Meru. And he came back later, and he was also helping the constituent. So people voted him overwhelmingly in 2017. And he won with a big margin. Okay? So from 2017 to 2022, there were push kidogo, pull and push, but we can say the problems were not so many. People have challenges. The problems were not so many. So from 2022 to date, we had a lot of problems and a lot of complaints.
After the last election?
Because the guy bought the ticket. You know, now he was like an institution. He was going for his second term, and he was behaving like Magwanga in 2013, being brave.
Yeah.
But now he is aliongeza hooliganism, which is not okay. Magwanga was very polished. Yeah, he would persuade people, and he would even visit people without security. Up to date, that guy, Magwanga can visit in you will not know that is the deputy governor. He was a down-to-earth person. So that's why many people still love him to death, and I feel is a big odd in county politics. Anyone should never underrate him. Because if you underrate him, sometimes you might cry. Is somebody who has touched many lives. Something that Honorable Philip Aroko was also trying to do to the people of Kasipul. Aroko has helped many people even beyond Kasipul. So let me just finalize on that bit.